Video, I want to teach you how you can draw the organic structure or structural formula from the IUPAC name. No, from the IUPAC name. So here in this question in this question we will be given 4 compounds, and I'll be giving what the IUPAC name of your compound. What we will be asked to do here, we will be asked to draw the structure. So I'll look at them one after the other. In the course of me explaining this stuff here, you understand how to do this. So by the end of this video, you should be able to master how to draw organic structure from the IUPAC name. Let's get into it. So the first one I want to look at is called 3-phenyl propanal. Now before you do anything here, you need to ask yourself, what is the parent name? The parent name is always what the last compound, just or the last one. So if you check it very well, 3-phenyl propanal. Propanal is the last name here. So this is what is the parent name. Just now what are these ones? This one is called substituents. Now this 3 here you are seeing here means what? The position of the substituent. This is that. So look at what propanal. Let's focus on what on propanal, because if you don't get propanal very well, you're not going to get anything. Here the first you want to ask yourself here, what is the functional group of the parent name? The functional group of the parent name is called since propanal is called an IDI or alkana. It's called alkana. It's called what? Alkana. And what is the functional group of alkana? The functional group of alkana is like this. This is that. So this is what is the functional group here. So when we talk about prop means what? 3 carbon atom. Just and that is the parent name or the parent chain is what? 1, 2, 3, right? And it now the third one here have the functional group, which is this. Hope you understand. Now once you have gotten the parent name, the next you want to do here, you want to number it. So here you go to be with my number 1, here you go to be with my number 2, here you go to be with my number 3. This is that. So since you have done this one here, we will not rush and start adding hydrogen. No, we need to look at what numbers of substituents given to us, side chain given to us, right? In this compound here, we only have one, which is called phenyl. And what is phenyl? Phenyl is a benzene. Phenyl is a benzene. Benzene that is a substituent. Remember, benzene is like this. You have 6 hydrogen. That is benzene. It has about 6 hydrogen. It has about 6 hydrogen, right? Now, but when benzene lose 1 hydrogen, like if benzene lose 1 hydrogen, like here, if benzene lose 1 hydrogen here, right, it now become a phenyl. This one now become a phenyl. Remember, when the hydrogen is complete, it's called benzene. But when 1 hydrogen is has been removed, it's called phenyl, right? So if you show it very well, phenyl is account number 3. So come here and draw phenyl. Just and this is not the word is phenyl. Next what to do here is what is to add your numbers of hydrogen. Remember, carbon is tetrahedral bond. Like it's tetrahedral, that it must have 4 bonds, right? So 1 hydrogen will be here, 1 hydrogen here, making what carbon to be what 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now this carbon number 2 here is already having 2 bonds. So you add what 2 hydrogen. Here is already complete. Just so the structure is going to be CH2. Here we have what my phenyl, right? Then here we have CH2, and here we have C. Now this one is called 3-phenyl. Phenyl what? Propanal. This that is the what? That is the name. So now let's look at another one here. The next one I want to look at is 2,3-dichloro-3-methyl-pentane. 2,3-dichloro-3-methyl-pentane. That is what next one. That is the next one. So now how do you do this one here? It's very easy here. First one to look at when you talk about 2,3-dichloro, that is this is a substituent 2-chloro. Here we have 1 methyl. Pentane is the what? Is the parent chain or the parent name, right? Which is an alkane. So this guy is what is an alkane. This is that This is what is an alkene. Then it have how many carbon atoms? It have 5 carbon atoms. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now once you detect numbers of carbon atoms here, you can number it any side you want. You can start your number any side. You can start from here or you can start from here. So if I start from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Remember, there's no functional group here, they're all single bond, right? So if you look at it very well, 2, 3 dichloro, that is, I have 2 chlorine at carbon 2 and carbon 3. So I'll just come here and put my chlorine here, and you put my chlorine here, right? Now at carbon 3 I have a methyl group, and this is a methyl group. CH3 is a methyl. So here we have so here we have what? Here we have the methyl. Here we have CH3. This that. So the next one to do is to start adding your what? Start adding your hydrogen. So let me just wipe out those numbers let me wipe out those numbers. So if let's remove the numbers. Let's remove the numbers. So now let's start adding our hydrogen. So here we have, here you put hydrogen and hydrogen here add what? Hydrogen, right? Here we have hydrogen. Here we have 3 hydrogen. Now why we add the hydrogen? Because carbon must have 4 bonds. Now once you place your substituent, you mean that you have to fill it with hydrogen. Do you understand? So now that is, this guy is called CH3. That is me. Now why is CH3? That is, this carbon atom here have 3 hydrogen atom. Next one is what? CH. Here we have Cl. This is that. Then this chlorine is a carbon atom. So this carbon have hydrogen and chlorine. That is me. Next one is what? Here we have CH3. Here we have what? Cl. This is that. Next one is CH2. Here we have CH3. So the name of this compound here is what? The name of this compound here you are seeing here. The name of this compound here you are seeing is 2,3 dichloro 3 methyl pentane. This is that. So let's write the board here. So let's look at what next one. Next one here we have 5 amino 3 chloro 2 octanol, right? So let's answer this one. Remember we talk about amino, 5 amino, that is, this is what is a substituent. This is what is a substituent. So we talk about butanol. Butanol is what is an alkanol. So here we have octanol. So octanol is what? Is alkanol, right? There is a functional group of what? OH, right? So what does this 2 tell you? Then this 2, when we talk about 2 octanol, what does it mean here? It means that 8 carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 carbon atom, right? But the OH is a carbon number 2. You can start your number anyway. So I can start my number from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? Now the carbon number 2 have OH. There's OH here. That is me. Just as there is what? OH at this point here. Hope you understand. So that when we're talking about amino, I'm talking about NH3, NH2, that is called amino. Just an amino, that is what? NH2. That is chloro is what? Is Cl. So we're talking about 5 amino. Being account number 5, I have what amino group called NH2, right? Now then I can't by what 3 have a chloro group, which is what Cl. This is that. Next one to do here is to add your what hydrogen, add hydrogen. So let me just wipe all this on out. So now what are you going to do here now? Next one to do here is to add the numbers of hydrogen. Now let me ask you here, how many hydrogen will be here? Of course 3 hydrogen will be here. 3 hydrogen here, right? How many will be here? 1 will be here. How many will be here? 1 will be here. How many will be here? 2 will be here. Right? How many will be here? 1 will be here. 2 will be here. 2 will be here. 2, 3 will be what will be at this point here, right? Next one to do here is to what group them. So here we are what going to be what CH3, right? CH3. Then next is going to be what CH. Here we have what OH. Can you see that? Here we have what CH. Here we have what Cl, right? Next is what CH2, right? Next is what CH. Here we have what NH2, right? Here we have what CH2. Here we have what CH2. Here we have CH3. This is now what the 5 amino 3 chloro 2 octanol. Just that is it. Just so let's look at another one here. So now let's look at what the last one here, right? The last one is a little bit complicated, so I want you to pay very close attention here. So if you check it very well, the last one I've seen here is what 3 chloro, right? 3 chloro, right? 5 cyclobutyl cyclohexanol. So this is what is the parents you can say primary what name, either all the parents name or the main name, right? It's called cyclo. They say what cyclohexanol. So many people will not be able to get this one here. Now we're talking about cyclohexa. What does it mean here? 6 carbon in a cyclic form. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is. Now we're talking about ONO. ONO you are seeing here is called arcanol. It's a functional group. This functional group here. This functional group here. That is this functional group here. There must be 2 carbon atoms here. Just that is one thing to pay close attention to. I'm going to wipe everything so that you understand here. So but you understand this good stuff here. So when you talk about cyclohexanol, cyclohexa means what? Cyclohexa means 6 carbon atoms in a cyclic form. Then the ONO means that what is an arcanol functional group. Just that which also what a carbonyl functional group too. So with this one here, we can start over again. That can say that cyclohexanol is like this. Then what here we have the functional group here. This is called cyclohexanol. This is one thing to pay close attention to. All you want to do here is this. Can number it. So this carbon that carries this functional group here. So remember, this is what is the functional group. This carbon that carries the functional group is what carbon 1. Here was my 2. Here was my 3. Here's what my 4. Here's what my 5. Here's what my 6. Just that. So now when we talk about 3 cyclo, that is I count number 3 are what is cyclo, that is chlorine. Just now we talk about cyclobutyl, right? Now we talk about cyclobutyl. Now cyclobut, that is what does it mean here? 4 carbon atoms in what? In cyclic form. So it's going to be like this. You know, like here we have 1 carbon atom here, 1 carbon atom here, 1 carbon atom here, 1 carbon atom here. Just this is it. So here is what is the what here is where he attached to what to the parent's name. Remember, this is what my parent's name, right? While these ones are substituents. So as chlorine is attached to carbon number 3, cyclobutyle is attached to carbon number what 5. So you look at carbon number 5 here, is attached to carbon number 5. So going to be just down, that is it. This one is a what substituent here. So if you want to draw it very well, now let's just say you want to draw it. So it's going to be like this. So it's going to be right now here we have chlorine, and here we have this one here, this that. So this one is the name of what 3 chloro 5 cyclobutyle no, sorry if I did not write this very well. Do you understand? That is it. So this will be the end of this video. If you have any question, leave it at our comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.